this is part 2
Speak
to
up.
my Walt Whitman reading. This one is called To Think of Time. To think of time, of all that retrospection, to think of today, and the ages continued henceforth. Have you guessed you yourself would not continue? Have you dreaded these earth beetles? Have you feared the future will be nothing to you? Is today nothing? Is the beginningless past nothing? If the future is nothing, they are just as surely nothing. To think of the sun rose in the east, that men and women were flexible, real, alive, that everything was alive. To think that you and I did not see, feel, think, nor bear our part. To think that we are now here and bear our part. Now a day passes, not a day passes, not a minute or second without an announcement. Not a day passes, not a minute nor second without a corpse. The dull nights go over, and the dull days also. The soreness of lying so much in bed goes over. The physician, after long putting off, gives the silent and terrible look for an answer. The children come hurried and weeping, and their brothers and sisters are sent for. Medicines stand unused in the shelf. The camphor smell has long pervaded the rooms. The faithful hand of the living does not desert the hand of the dying. The twitching lips press lightly on the forehead of the dying. The breath ceases and the pulse of the heart ceases. The corpse stretches on the bed and the living look upon it. It is palpable as the living are palpable. The living look upon the corpse with their eyesight, but without eyesight lingers a different living and looks curiously on the corpse. To think the thought of death merged in the thought of materials. To think of all the wonders of the city and country and others, taking great interest in them. And we are taking no interest in them. To think how eager we are in building our houses. To think others shall be just as eager, and we quite indifferent. I see one building, the house that serves him a few years, or 70 or 80 years at most. I see one building, the house that serves him longer than that. Slow moving and back lines creep over the whole earth. They never cease. They are the burial lines. He that was president was buried, and he that is now president shall surely be buried. And this is where I found Whitman.